E.G. Marshall, if you remember, when I left you at Love Field just a couple of months ago, I said next time I'll bring the champagne. So I have brought you the champagne.
Wonderful. Let's not waste a moment. Let's see.
I don't think we have time to uncork it, E.G.
Oh, all right.
So we'll just put it back
after
down.
the interview, we'll uncork
yes,
it.
Yes, indeed. And I think we should explain that to the audience because you remember E.G. Marshall and several other people appeared on a panel discussion of national health insurance. And we were taking these people back to Dallas, and I think it was about 9:15 we were on the turnpike when we realized that E.G. had a 10 o'clock flight. So it was very panicky, but we finally got him to the airport. But on the way, we're driving in the limousine, and the driver is so nervous and everything, and E.G., pulls out a half-opened bottle of champagne. Someone had given it to you, and you brought what was left. And we're sitting in the limousine sipping champagne.
The good life, the gracious life. Take it with
class.
you wherever you go.
That's class, E.G. That's what I said. E.G.
Well, I've heard a lot about that show that we did on the panel discussion and all the panelists. I will meet again in the coming months Mr. Bernard Harrison, who is from representing the American Medical Association. We're going to be in New Orleans on September 10th with another meeting and debate there on national health insurance. That's becoming even more critical and more crucial, and Senator Long and Representative Mills are going to get together after Labor Day and present a bill to both houses, and we'll see where it goes from there. But we're still plugging away at it.
Is it conceivable that national health insurance would be a plot for an episode of the doctor segments of the Bold Ones?
I'd like it to be, but it's very difficult to get all the parties together on a script. We can get together on the platform and debate the issues, but when you're writing a dramatic script, it's a little more difficult. You see, the president of the American Medical Association, the incoming president, is a very distinguished and brilliant man, and he's got many things to be doing, and I don't know if he should devote the time required to help us write a script on it. So I'm doing my job, and he's doing his job in his way.
How does it look for the Bold Ones this season, especially the
Oh,
doctor
I'm very
segments?
excited because Herb Hirschman, who is our executive producer this year, is an old friend of mine from the early days of live television, and so we're all very excited about the scripts. We've got some very exciting new fields of medicine to explore. It was a fabulous operation we watched the other day. We had the movies from it. We had the Dr. Harris is an otologist. That has something to do with your ear, because we're being faced in this country with noise pollution as well as the other kinds of pollution, thermal pollution and water pollution, and how this affects our hearing. And we're beginning to lose some of our facility and faculties that we used to have. So how to prevent this, because it could happen to a child, it could happen to an older person. It's noise pollution. Now, what can we do medically to help this situation?
E.G., you are a spokesman and you are so concerned about many things in this world and in our country. And I wondered, what was your reaction to Nixon's proposed visit to Peking?
A sigh of relief. At last. At last something is being done. I knew that it had to happen, but when? I just thought now perhaps we can allay some of the fears and some of the tensions will be relaxed. I think it is a great thing. I'm very hopeful about it.
Did you anticipate that would be the surprise announcement, or did you not give it that much thought?
The alternative was unthinkable. Nuclear war. I think we've all got to get down and sit around the table and find a way, a modus vivendi, as they say. We've got to find out how to live together in this world. And I think it's a great step forward, and I applaud the president for taking it.
E.G., is it conceivable that sometime in the future that you might run for political office?
Never. I'm not qualified for that. I just work the way I do with these committees on a public awareness level rather than a legislative level. I think that we're going far ahead now with legal reforms, court reforms, unclogging the courts. I think we're approaching our health care in a very intelligent and forward manner, and that's where I want to work. I think that's where I can be most helpful.
But would you just absolutely turn down any sort of political office? Could anyone, what I'm trying to say is, could anyone ever twist your arm?
No, no, I wouldn't be persuaded under any circumstances to run for political office or hold political office. I've got many other reasons, aside from the fact that I don't think I'm qualified, but I think there are areas where I can be more effective than I could be at any level of state or local government.
Well, I don't think anybody would argue the point that those of us who appreciate you as an actor would sure like to see you stay in the acting field.
That's where I'll take
E.G.,
it.
it's been great having this opportunity to
Bobbie,
talk
I
with
just
you.
adore being with you and your husband and all of my friends down there in Fort Worth.
Yes.
Nice to see you again.
And I know you have about 15 other interviews to do, but maybe at the end of those 15 we can uncork
We'll
a bottle
uncork
of
and get together.
champagne.
Good.
Okay. Thank you, E.G. Marshall.
Thank you, Bobbie.